Welcome back to another episode of Health is Wealth. And thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as always, I am beyond grateful for each and every one of you and your support. Thank you so much if you're tuning in. If you've caught any of these episodes, as always, I drop these every week, once a week on Sundays, and really just do my best to put out, some thoughts that I have, right? Things that I'm learning on my own journey, lessons that I'm taking from life, things that I'm just trying to figure out on my own right up to that top. And, in hopes of just sharing my experience, my thoughts, and, hopefully you get some value out of it, right? Perhaps you see something in a new perspective, perhaps gives you a chance to get to know me a little bit more so you know who I am, what I'm all about and what my mission in life is. And, again, maybe some motivation or, something new that you just learned. And so just trying to provide as much value as I can. So I feel we are all here learning, just experiencing, trying to figure out life together with each other. And that's why we're here to support one another. So again, thank you guys all for tuning in. And what I wanted to talk to you about this week was building a legacy, and really how important I feel it is for me to want to do so. Now, what is a legacy, right? And when I think about, building a legacy or the word legacy in general, I often just think about, what people think of you or know you as, or what mattered to you, what was important to you in life. Well beyond your time here, right, in the flesh on earth. Often I think about the legacy and I think about the impact or footprint that we leave, that continues to live on, that continues to grow, that continues to impact and change and do good things, when we're no longer here, right? And so when I think about building a legacy, I think about building something that's really meaningful and important that could just carry on, right? The mission, the statement, whatever legacy it is that you are building. And for me, it's something I think about a lot when I'm looking at trying to create the things and building some of these things that, I am building in life. Is because I want to build a legacy for myself, right? I want to build something meaningful that I can create, that can help this world, that can help other people, and, create something that I could just leave behind when my time is to pass on, that can continue to grow and continue to benefit and continue to change lives and continue to change and really have something meaningful that really just, could showcase what I was about, what things I was passionate about, what things meant a lot to me, what changed in this world I wanted to see happen. And therefore, again, I think so much for myself. What is my legacy, right? I really, again, think about, legacy is being as, what are they going to say about you when you're gone? What meaning, what things did you accomplish and do and change and try to change with the time spent here, in life on this planet during our lifetime? When we first started journeying in life, it seems like we've got such a long span of life to live. And then the older you get, the more that shrinks down and the faster it seems to go. And so maybe it just comes with age now for myself that I more so think about these things about, what are they going to say about me when I'm gone, right? And that's why I think about that legacy, what impact do I want to try to create to leave here so that when my time is gone, there's something good that I left behind that hopefully will continue to grow and get bigger and continue to change lives, something meaningful. So people just understood what I was about and the changes I was trying to make in this world while I was here. And, it's something special for me because, for me and my own family, I guess, I don't think much of anyone I've ever had in the bloodline has left anything legacy wise, right? There's nothing that anyone's built that's carried on for generations and other things like that. And so, I guess essentially though, for me, building that legacy more so than anything is about wanting to build something meaningful and important that, it'll just continue to live on and move on without my presence here, and hopefully really represent who I am as a person and what really mattered to me and what was important and what changes I absolutely wanted to see in this world. And I think it's important to leave behind a legacy because, again, I think it really represents and signifies, what mattered to you. It tells a lot about who you were and the things you wanted to accomplish with the time that you have here. And I think some of the most powerful legacies that have ever been built or will be built are those that continue to live on. You continue to remember the person who built that legacy. You continue to remember who that person was, their beliefs, what they stood for, what changes they wanted to see in the world, and all of that. And I think it's a very strong thing. And I think, what the aim is to build a legacy, the goals then become more meaningful. The plan, the things you want to do become more powerful when you want to try to build something that's beyond you, that's bigger than your own lifetime. If it's something that can continue to grow on even without your existence here. And there's so many examples we could probably give nowadays that are legacies that have been built from someone who had a vision, someone who wanted to make impact, someone who wanted to see change in this world. And far after they moved on, their name, their representation of who they were, what they did while they're here, the innovations they created, whatever it was, continued to move on. And so, like I said, for myself, that's what I really want to do, is build a legacy that will continue to move on, far past the time that I have here. And something really special and something really, meaningful. That way people know I did the best that I could to become the best human being possible with my time spent here. And hopefully it'll be something that could truly represent who I am as a person and the things that I wanted to build and grow and change in this world. And I think that's really the start of this Health is Wealth brand, is hopefully to continue to grow it and make it more meaningful and really, dig deep into the vision and the mission behind it and the message and, why it's so important, so that hopefully, one day this will all carry on past beyond, far behind the time I'll have here, to continue again, to really just change lives, right? So to sum that all up, really, for me, building a legacy is just reminding the world, when my time is done here, who I was and what I stood for and what I believed in and what was important to me and the changes I wanted to see happen and try to change in my own lives and try to help and change in others, and something that hopefully will continue to stay strong, right? And so I really think building a legacy is important, especially if, you don't have much of that in your family or anything, if there's never been a legacy built. I just think it's a great, great goal to aim for because, again, it's a representation of who you are and what you try to do with the time that you had here. So thank you guys so much for tuning in to another episode of Health is Wealth, and we will catch you on